Mount him. Inside rein a little bit shorter. He stands to date really good for mounting and dismounting. So now all I'm going to do is walk him around a little bit, and then start to get to work. Okay, bud. Good. Loves to be ridden one-handed. Is he ready for it? A little bit. I can make him look like he's ready for it. Good boy. Good boy. So turning right, a little bit of neck rein, and outside leg, and inside leg is off so that he can come into the open leg. Good boy. Good boy. Same thing, I open the left, put my outside, there he stalls out on me, so I just gave him a light bump with my outside leg to say keep going. So it's outside rein on the neck, outside leg pushing, inside leg off so he can come into that. Good. And then walk off again. Good. So when you ask him for a stop, whether you're walking, jogging, loping, there's basically no pull. So if I was going to ask him for a stop, I'm going to sit deeper, push my feet forward a bit by taking my legs off, and I'm going to say the stopping word. So I actually gave my hand to him. If he didn't stop, I would stay in this position and I would ask him to come back. Good boy. So legs go back on. Yeah, go this way, bud. Good. Right now he's growing, and his favorite thing is to walk around and do turns because it's easy. He's got his double swirl comes into play sometimes, where when you ask him to go, there's days where he's on his game and you ask to go, he goes. There's other days where you got to get after him a little bit, and that's got to be done. He'll probably give me an opportunity to show you, but what I do when he kind of starts to refuse on me a little bit, then what I'm going to do is and I'm not going to do it now because I'm sure he'll give me an opportunity to show you, but I would bring him into the left and bump with my outside leg, and then I would ask him, are you ready to go now? So I would make it hard for him and then make it easy for him. So I'm going to, he does not want to go down this way because he knows usually that that's where we're going to start to lope. So he's lazy, but he's not lazy. So I'm just going to work him down here. And you can actually stay there, Tracy, because I'll make a circle around here. So I'm going to keep him at the walk right now, just to show him, no, you don't have to worry about it. We're not loping. Ride one-handed, if he kind of falls apart, just take him two and help him a little bit. Not that much, but good. So I'm going to ask him to jog now. If he refuses, we might get in an argument. So calves on. I can tell just by the way moving his feet, just kind of being lazy, and so I bumped him on the face there to say, get your nose down and get your withers up and get to work. So that was his choice. He just wanted to throw his shoulder in and go left. So I got to block him with my left leg and left rein. Your typical smooth quarter horse. It's not that he's not smooth, he just has so much natural suspension in his gait. I've got him slowed down more now to try to not have that all the time. But there's a lot of times where you'll be riding, and if he gets a stretched out trot, you will probably want to post because you will be whacking in this saddle, I'm sure. Good boy. Good boy. That'll probably start to even out more in the future as he gets older and stronger. Good boy. Good boy. Him. Those were some decent lope departures. He was slow, he was relaxed. That's not always the case, but of course every day is supposed to get better. And what was I going to say? Oh yeah, okay, so I'm sure you guys know this stuff, but I'm just going to say it just in case, you never know. So to ask for the lope departure, that was left lead. So I want to have a little bit of eye on the inside, meaning that his neck is curved ever so slightly. And I want to have a soft chin, so I kind of just support him. And I put my outside leg on and a little kiss, and that's it. Like when he's paying attention, he's quite light and responsive. Now I'm going to go and do a right circle. I'll trot it and And when I feel like he's kind of with me, then I'll ask him for a right lead departure. So he took the wrong lead there. Got to get him set up again. Try not to make a big deal out of that because he can get pretty high pretty quick. So you want to keep him calm. Whoa. That was not a good whoa. He saw Coco at the same time I said whoa. It's like, no. Pay attention. Good. Good. So anytime if he gets his head up too high, which is no good because then he drops it back, or if he roots his nose out, he usually doesn't do that anymore, but it doesn't mean he won't. So if he's being nice to me, I've got light contact, like really light contact, but I'm ready to go into his face if necessary. Like if he would raise his nose, then I would take my fingers and I would just, hey, no, we're not visiting Tracy. Good boy. So I would just take the rein and the smallest little bump, if you want to call it that, where I would just take. Once, twice is probably enough. It depends. If he's rooting out, you got to ask him for his face. When he gives it to you, you just relax. And when you do that, you need to put a little bit of calf on so that whenever you're adding pressure to the face, it's not a stop. So you have to add leg if you're going to add more hand so that they understand they got to keep going into their face. Good boy. Good boy. So when I ask them for a stop, all I'm going to do is sit back more on my butt, take my legs off by pushing my heels forward, and I'm going to say the word. And every whoa should have some backup. Good. And he shouldn't back up with his head up like that, but he's growing right now and he's struggling a little bit. Good. And then I'll get off him so you see he stands. So, I mean, he'll stand here for a while. He does, not that he gets impatient, he's not rude about it, but he will think, oh, we can just walk off now because he's bored. Because he's got a busy mind, this guy, I'll tell you. So when I'm going to get off, I always take the inside rein a little bit shorter. He's doing that on his own. And then I'm just going to, and that's your boy. So he steers pretty good. Not the easiest to sit. It'll take a little bit of hula hoop work for you guys probably. But he's not the springy Tigger that he used to be, because holy smokes, it was like riding a monster dressage horse. So he can go pretty slow, which is nice. It makes everything easier. But if you got to go get after a cow, which I mean, God, I hope you don't push him too hard too fast. But you know, he can go out and do a big stretchy trot. But he needs so much babying, this guy. Like, you know his personality. He's a wimp and he's always looking for attention. So the more you, oh good boy, the more he likes it, right? You're a big baby. Okay, that's it.